Hi, my name is Jill Simone Gross. I am a professor in the Department of Urban Policy and Planning. I also serve as director of the graduate program in Urban Policy and Leadership. I'm especially interested in really helping students understand how to learn from cities in other parts of the world.
Hi, I'm John Chin. I'm a professor and the department chair of the Department of Urban Policy and Planning at Hunter College. We have two graduate programs, a Master of Science in Urban Policy and Leadership and a Master of Urban Planning. We also have our undergraduate major in Urban Studies.
My name is Edwin Melendez. I'm a professor at Hunter since 2008. I'm particularly interested in the economic and post-disaster recovery in Puerto Rico. Prior to that, I studied Puerto Rican well-being in the United States, and that's been my passion over the last 2 decades. I teach economics, disaster policy, and the capstone, which is an applied policy analysis class.
This is a program that's really rooted in social justice. So when we teach research, we teach students how to embed concerns with equity, equality, justice into the design of their research.
One of the classes that I teach regularly is a course called Cities and Health, which looks at how to build and design cities that promote health in communities. So for example, one of the big concerns in public health is chronic disease that's related to physical activity and diet. So one of the things that we look at in the class is how do you make a city that's more walkable, considering questions like open space, green space, and how public transportation promotes walkability. Some communities have a lot of access to open space and walkable space, and other communities don't, and trying to remedy some of those disparities.
One of the classes that I teach in the program is the Urban Development Workshop. And that's a course where students are really taught about the real world of community research. Students have to negotiate a contract with their client, design their research, develop research methods, gather the data, analyze it, report back on it. And what's amazing about the class is that it's a real project. Students can really feel like they've made a difference because what they recommend actually gets implemented.
I really appreciate to be able to take what I'm learning in class and really apply it. And so as it relates to the work that I'm doing now, I've actually been able to use my own nonprofit that I work with for some of the case studies that I've written up. My name is Mel Drea Rivera. I am in my final semester in the Urban Policy and Leadership program. My undergrad was International Affairs, and a few years later, after deciding to go back to graduate school, it's slightly different than the international affairs track, but Global Cities was an opportunity to evaluate and look at different cities around the world and how they're structured, how they're designed, their policies, how they work with their immigrant groups and their history. So that was really intriguing me because I almost saw that as like a through line between my undergrad and then my graduate studies.
My name is Lauris Acosta. I'm in the Urban Policy and Leadership program at Hunter College. I'm in my final semester, taking my capstone class. And once I graduate, I plan on really investing into my own nonprofit organization, Letras Inc., an early childhood literacy organization that'll create resources for English language learning communities.
One of the advantages, I think, of being a student here is that you are meeting with and beginning to form long-term professional relationships with a really interesting cohort of colleagues.
My fellow students at Hunter, they are extremely passionate. I thought I would come here and learn about policy processes, but I ended up being genuinely interested in other students' presentations on transportation or housing or economic development.
Everyone has such a different and diverse perspective, and when I'm thinking about creating policy for cities, it really is about the people. It should be for the people, by the people.
And you can't deny that just being in the heart of Manhattan is kind of exciting.
You're in New York, you're learning about New York, you're experiencing what it's like to be in a big city, and also the challenges and the problems that entails as well.
Being in New York City, it's your laboratory. So you are studying, but then you get to actually apply these experiments and these field studies in real time.
Students can concentrate in urban policy, they can concentrate in nonprofits, or they can concentrate in community development.
After graduating, our students go on many different directions.
We have one student who's a state assembly member now, just elected a few years ago. We've got other students who are doing community relations and government affairs. We've got students who are running nonprofits. Any city agency that you could find in New York, you're likely to find a graduate from the Urban Policy and Leadership program.